Hello, welcome to the University of Maryland. Welcome to the School of Architecture, Planning and Preservation, and welcome to the libraries. My name is Cindy Frank. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm your personal librarian. I am the liaison librarian for all the subject areas at the School of Architecture, Planning and Preservation. And I can be reached at cfrank@umd.edu. cfrank@umd.edu. I'm really looking forward to meeting you all in person. For the time being, this Zoom meeting will have to do. But welcome. I'm sitting in your library. This library is located on the upper level of the school building. And we're open 11 to 4 Monday through Thursday for the general public. But for those of you who are master's students in the real estate development program, you have 24/7 swipe card access with your ID card. You just swipe the stripe in the card reader that's located out the door, and you can come in any time of day or night. Keep in mind that all the students in the programs at the School of Architecture, Planning and Preservation have swipe card access, as do the faculty and the staff. It's not a privilege extended to the rest of campus, but it is for this school community. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what's in the library room, as well as some of the resources you can access. And actually, the library website will be the place to start for that. But first, I am going to tell you what we have in this room. Where I'm sitting, you can see some public computers right here. You would log into those using your directory ID and password. And your directory ID is the first part of your email address. That's everything before the @umd.edu. So, and then your password for that to log on to those. We do have wireless accessibility. So if you have your own laptop, you can use that as well. In that corner right there is a flatbed printer. I have a second flatbed printer, and I have an overhead scanner for scanning articles out of magazines or scanning drawings, sketches you might make, scanning books, open them up, use the overhead scanner. We also have a printer here, and you need to put money in your Terrapin Express account, and then you swipe your card at the printer, and it will release things you want to print. You can send things to the printer from any one of these computers. If you are using your own laptop, there is a way to set up a wireless driver so you can print wirelessly to the university printers. And that is true for printers in the libraries, any of the libraries on this campus. Behind me are the folios, which are big books. Right here, this is our reference section. Those books stay in the library because they are reference books. So we have things like RS means square foot costs, which might be relevant for you guys when you are sort of thinking about developing a big commercial property. We also have things like the 2023 National Building Cost Manual. Both of these came off of that reference shelf, and like they're literally right in that area. So when you walk into this room, you'll see that lower shelf, and you'll know that that's where the reference books are that have building cost data. Other things in this room, we do have a whole sort of range of different magazines. In library jargon, they're called periodicals, and they are straight across from me. When you come in the door to the library, they'll be to your right. And we have things like the Journal of Real Estate Portfolio Management, Journal of Urban Regeneration and Renewal. These things come out 4 times a year, updated discussions and research on those topics: urban renewal, development, managing development, etc. So a couple other things here. We do have a self-checkout station where if you request a book, and you could be requesting a book for your own personal reading. It doesn't have to be a real estate book. And you can place a hold on the book and designate that you want to pick it up in the architecture library. If you want to check it out yourself, that right there with that monitor, that's our self-checkout station. And I'll slow down a little bit. This is our really lovely view. This library has the best light of any library on campus. Just saying. Okay, so that's some of the stuff in the room. And now what I'd like to do is share my screen with you. And I'm going to show you the library's website and some things to access on the website that hopefully are helpful for you all as real estate development students. So let me choose share screen. Just a second, here we go, share. And this is the library's homepage, the library's landing page, lib.umd.edu. It's right up here in the corner. And this certainly lets you search anything. If your professor tells you to go look up a newspaper or look up an author or check out the development in a certain city, you could come here. But to be a little more focused and directed, I'm going to recommend that you select databases. A database is a search engine that is combing through thousands of journals, magazines, web pages, data sets that are related to specific subjects. So here you are. You're on the database finder page. We have over 800, but you want the ones that are specifically related to real estate development. We've got about 30. And these first 4 are going to be your best bets. Business Source Complete looks through business newspapers, trade publications, Harvard Business Review, and key business magazines. And so that might be helpful. Simply Analytics and Social Explorer find demographic data for you. I'm going to show you that. VBIC or VIBIC has a whole lot of industry information. So construction industry information. It's put together by our business librarians. It was made for the business school, but there's plenty of information that might be helpful for real estate development majors. Let's take a quick moment and look at Social Explorer because it's fun. Social Explorer is gathering demographic data for the entire United States. So we could type in Silver Spring, Maryland, boom. And then, wow, shoot, radius, and create a report. I would like a market analysis report. But you could pick all kinds of data points here. What's the housing like? What are the means of transportation? Let's just try that one. This is going to look at, and you can see it's divided up in census tracts. Here are things to know about in a 1 mile radius, that the total population of what they consider downtown Silver Spring, and the population density, how many workers who are 16 years and over, and their transportation modes, travel time. You can pick a different report. Simply Analytics and Social Explorer are the two that are going to give you data, demographic data, and they have overlapping data sets. Here are the most popular up here in the, so you could compare income and family structure and consumer prices. Might be handy. Okie dokie. How did I get to that? lib.umd.edu, databases, and then looking at our best bets, Social Explorer. Now, you can always click on this university libraries and get back to the main page. There's a couple things here. Chat with us. That is a live chat. You type in your name. It can be your first name, your email address, Mred grad student, and your question. You heard a librarian talk about newspapers. How do I get to them? It's awesome. Another option here, get help. Contact a subject specialist. Here we all are. If you click on our names, you can get an email to us and ask a research question. We'll set up an appointment with you and get right back to you. Okay, I'm going to click on that. And then the last thing I want to show you is this visit and study, the technology page. This will tell you how to print, connect to Wi-Fi, how the public computers are used. It might be helpful if you have to turn in some kind of report. And then here are all the things you can borrow. Let's say you get to campus for class and your laptop dies, and the technology team here in the school has gone home. You can run over to the second floor of McKeldin and check out a laptop or a calculator or headphones. Maybe you need headphones. This is the place to go. And tablets, cameras, video cameras. There's quite a few things that you can borrow, and I mean borrow. You don't have to pay for it unless you don't return it. Then you will have to pay for it. Crazy talk. So, University of Libraries, get help, contact a subject specialist. This is where you'll find my email, or do the chat. You could even ask, what is the architecture library? What's the real estate development librarian's name? How do I get in touch with her? You can do that through chat. Databases, and also visit and study for technology. Great. I hope this has been helpful. I hope to meet you all in person. Good luck with the first few weeks of class. I know you're going to get comfortable and just roll with it. But I am here to answer any questions. I've worked here for a few years, so you might have the answers to questions about campus life as well. Good luck and welcome. Thanks so much.